Hey YouTube. Well, I'm back working on the red Troy belt that smokes, and I'm going to try something here. I have a spare engine. This engine has a bent crankshaft. I'm going to try to see if I can take two bad engines and somehow make one good one. Stay tuned. And I'll just show you on the engine with the bent crankshaft. I yanked this off of a mower a year or two ago, but it vibrated so badly that it tore a whole corner out of the sump. So I've been keeping it for other parts. This is actually the engine I took the dipstick off of a few videos ago. But we'll see if it'll come in handy one more time here. And I'll show one more thing. The diameter of the crankshafts is the same on both engines. The blade adapter on the right came off of the engine with the bent crank. The blade adapter on the left came off of the Troy belt that smokes. So I think the engines are pretty much the same. And one of the first things I've done here, I've taken the starter cup and the nut off of both of these engines. I'm going to try to pop off both flywheels. And both flywheels are off. And I thought I'd share what I just discovered. I kind of forgot this. The engine with the bent crank that has the corner broken off, it even tore a hole into the bottom of the sump, so all the oil came out. And here we have our bent crankshaft engine upside down. I'm going to take the sump off. I did take some sandpaper to the shaft because there was a little rust and dirt on there. Tried to clean that off. And we've loosened all the bolts. There's 7 of them. They're all 3/8. So we'll get all those out. And all the bolts are out. Let's see if we can hammer off the sump. Went easier than I thought. So here's the inside of our engine. The camshaft, oil slinger and governor. I've never actually had one of these newer engines open like this. This one's really clean inside because I had a hole in the sump and all the oil came out. I suspect the piston and rings and cylinder and block, aside from the sump, are okay on this. It's just the crankshaft that's bad. I'm going to try to swap out the crankshaft. So I've taken out the oil slinger and the camshaft, and now I have access to the 2 bolts for the end cap that go onto the journal of the crankshaft. Let's get those bolts out. They are 5/16. And the crankshaft is out. And the inside of the connecting rod feels very smooth. And from what I can see of the cylinder, it all feels and looks very good. So hopefully this is a good engine. And the crappy Troy belt engine, I'm draining the oil. It was fresh when I put in it. For purposes of this test, I'm going to try to reuse it. So I'll let that drain. And what oil it didn't burn up yesterday is now out. Let's take off the sump. Okay, the bolts are out. I sanded this crankshaft as well. I also took out the spark plug to make it easier to turn the crankshaft once I get there. So let's see if we can get this sump off, and let's see if I can do it without damaging the gasket. So, I've been struggling. That's the motor. I got the sump off. I took the crankshaft out. It's bent. And I was hoping to swap out the crankshaft and sump from the Troy-Bilt that burned oil. This is that engine. I cannot get the sump off. So I thought, well, I might have another engine, which I did. I tried to get the sump off of that. It came off lickety-split, just like the first one. But it's no good. This one also had a bent crankshaft, and it bent so bad that it's, I don't know if you can see that crack there. This is a little nub, a little divot that attaches to the camshaft. And when you try to line it all back up, it doesn't line up with the camshaft. This is bent. I've never seen that. So this won't work either. So 3 engines, all junk. I'm tired, I'm hungry. I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for watching.